Hey guys, welcome back. So today I want to talk about one of the more prolific handguns to come out of the World War II era. I'm talking about the Walther P38. This handgun influenced generations of handguns to come later, including our own US M9 service pistol. Let's take a closer look. The Walther P38 was really ahead of its time. As the name implies, the P38 was adopted in 1938 by the German Army, and it was used in World War II. Now, the Walther has a number of features that carried over into more modern designs, features that we would attribute to more modern designs, and that's why I say that this handgun is really ahead of its time. First of all, the pistol is a double-action automatic, which means the first shot that you fire, you can do so by pulling the trigger, which draws the hammer back and fires the pistol. After that first shot is fired, the hammer remains cocked and it becomes a single action pistol. It also incorporates a hammer drop safety. With the round loaded in the chamber, you can safely manipulate this lever, drop the hammer on a live round, and it makes the gun safe. You return it to the fire mode and now it's a double action pistol. Features that we find in our own M9 service pistol. Speaking of the M9, you'll notice with the slide lock to the rear, it uses a falling block locking mechanism identical to the US M9 service pistol. Now, another unique feature of the pistol is it has a loaded chamber indicator. Here on the rear of the pistol, there's a pin that protrudes when a live round is in the chamber of the handgun. It gives a visual cue from the firing position to the shooter, letting them know that the weapon is in fact loaded. Now, the Walther actually has the locking lugs covered up and protected, which, unlike the US service M9 pistol, those lugs are exposed. It has standard conventional sights, and it uses an 8-shot single stack magazine. It does have the European release. For Americans, we're used to the thumb release. But let's take a look at the US M9 service pistol and compare the features of that pistol to this Walther P38. Let's talk about the US M9A1 service pistol. This is the current issue pistol to the United States Marine Corps. Now, here is the Walther P38 next to the M9A1. You'll notice a lot of similarities. Let's talk about them. First of all, the most obvious is the double action trigger. First shot fired draws the hammer to the rear, fires the pistol, it cycles, and now it's a single action pistol. It also has a hammer drop safety. On the Beretta, however, it's ambidextrous. Apparently in World War II, they didn't care about left-handers. But you rotate this lever, it drops the hammer safely on a live round. Now, you'll notice I talked about the locking lugs. Looking down on the top of the two pistols, you can't really see the similarities until I draw the slide back on the P38, and now you can see the similarities in the locking mechanism. So the M9 borrows very heavily from the P38. Now, where it differs is it has a 15-shot magazine, or 17, and the fact that it has Western controls, meaning it has a magazine release on the thumb versus the European release on the heel. Let's take a look inside of the pistols. Now, here I have the Walther P38's barrel assembly and locking system. Here is the Berettas. You'll notice that they are very similar in function. They're so close you would think that you could put one part from one pistol into the other, but they're not compatible. Field stripping the pistols is accomplished in the same manner. The Walther uses a rotating takedown lever here on the frame, as does the Beretta. So a lot of the features of the Walther carried over into the US M9 service pistol. The Walther P38 influenced other handgun designs as well. I have a Smith & Wesson Model 5906 here in my hands, and you'll notice that it borrows features from the Walther P38, the double action trigger and the hammer drop safety. Pistols like this came about in the late 70s, early 80s. They were considered Wonder 9 pistols, and the Wonder 9 pistols borrowed features from the Walther P38. That's why I say that this pistol was a very influential pistol in the development of modern handguns. Another one of the features of the Walther P38 that's somewhat unique but didn't carry over into more modern designs is the fact that the extractor is on the left-hand side of the pistol. It extracts and ejects to the left-hand side. Watch this. It should lock open. I'm using some PMC, which is just a little bit weak. However, you'll notice that the pistol kicked the empties out to the left. Pretty unique. So in the end, the Walther P38, in my opinion, is one of the more influential handguns of the 20th century. And there are others, and perhaps in future videos we'll talk about some other designs that influenced modern handgunning. The Walther P38 is available in the marketplace today. AIM Surplus just recently brought in a number of World War II era Walthers, and there is a difference between the Walther P38 and the later pistols that were used by the German police after the war, which are called the P1s. The Walther P38s will have a steel frame. The P1 will have an aluminum frame. The P38 can be had for right around $400 right now, and they're actual World War II weapons. Kind of a neat investment. These things will go up in price, I would assume. In terms of shootability, it's a very comfortable pistol to shoot. The ergonomics are very modern. The gun feels good in the hand, has a very mild recoil, and I've found it to be extremely reliable. If you guys have any questions about the Walther P38, feel free to swing by our Facebook page. You can find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/militaryarms. As always, everybody, thanks for watching. Thank you for those subscriptions, and we'll talk to you guys soon.